Can you economically conquer whole world while playing for United States of America without single war? That's a question which is in this video I will try to reply. I believe no, you can't conquer whole world without wars. But I have here couple rules. Rule number 1, except Mexico, I will not declare any war at any country until this country declare war on me. But if no one attack me, I will never attack any country except maybe some small African countries because it's kind of hard to invite them inside power block. Idea is conquer whole world without a single war. I will not show you obviously all how I playing, but I will just in general tell you what I wanted to do. First of all, our first good which we export the most is fabric, and production of fabric concentrated inside South of America. And this is South states which is slave states, and this means if we will let them develop, they will have a lot of money, and in case of civil war, we will very likely lose this war. So what we want to do, we want to not let them sell their cotton. For that reason, we'll put just very high export tariffs. Except this, we will need to create power block, which I think will be trade league, for we could invite countries inside our market, because right now if we click to a market, our American market, just America and Liberia here. So we want to include as many countries as possible voluntarily inside our power block, and obviously Mexico is a big problem. We need to do with Mexico in start of the game is always make protectorate, because it will cost 52 infamy, which is quite a lot if you think about this. France don't want to support Mexico and not exist any other country here, so this is a win-win situation 100%. Welcome to 1843, and a little explanation. I already played this game and I already finished this game, so I know what results will be. But problem that when I started to play this game, I like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's interesting to record or maybe no, so I didn't record this game. So for that reason, I have a bunch of saves, and I will try to explain you what I was doing in each period of time for you could understand what happened. And I think it will be even better for you, because instead watching very boring how I playing 10 hours in a row, you could just enjoy results of this game and see what I achieved. Yeah, you could see past it out about 10 years in the game. We subjugated already Mexican Empire. I'm trying to cancel slavery, as happened incredibly fast, and my civil war will happen very soon. And if you look to our American market, well, it's now including Mexico, which is incredibly awesome. In 1857, civil war, as you can see, already finished it, and it gives us 100% loyalty. So we could pass a lot laws right now, and as you could see, slavery was banned. Also, we was able to get public health care insurance, and reason why it's nice, because this is increase our population growth. Now we have very crazy amount of growth, like 2.5%. If we look, for example, at Russia, right, it'll be only 0.55, right? And if we look at Britain, it will be 0.77. Our growth is 5 times bigger than in Russia. So this is incredibly important, because we want to have as many as possible population inside this run, because we want to conquer world by economic way, and we need population, all right? GDP achieved 60 millions. Also, I created 2 companies. One company is Kentucky Premium Foods, which increase birth rate and give us opportunity to produce groceries. Also instruments, because instruments is incredibly important for any type of building. When you produce your own prestigious tools, you increase throughput bonus 20%. That's boosting economy very a lot. And let's see our trade, what we have here. Now, main export of our economy is instruments, groceries, furniture. So we already become quite developed country relatively fast, like in 20 years. And our imports is literally just raw materials. So this is a very opportunistic strategy where we're trying to maximize our profits, but export as many as possible and import as less possible. Yeah, nothing special. In 1869, I was able to include couple Latin American countries inside my power block, and a lot Central Latin American countries. It's really good because they produce a lot of things which we cannot produce. For example, it's coffee right now, and in future it will be rubber, other materials which we can't produce. It's just not growing in North America. And also I started colonization of Africa, but well, if I will not do this, other countries will do this, right? So yeah, I already accepted welfare poor laws, and I'm trying to pass worker regulatory bodies for decreased mortality. Our economy is growing incredibly fast. We third world economy already. We're bigger than China, Russia, Austria. Only who's bigger than us is Britain and India. I was able to secure defense pact with Britain, and I also was able to get investment rights inside Britain. Economical imperialism, right? For future conquest of world. We are not in a credit right now. Our finance France is also good. And mostly reason why we're not in credit right now is because interest rate 3.1%, which is considered very high percentage. In 1877, we almost doubled our construction to 2000 and our economy almost doubled as well. And so now we become officially first world economy in 1877. We have bigger economy than anyone in the world, which is incredibly good, I think. And our population is growing very, very a lot. More importantly, that I believe we started to get immigrants. Yes, immigrants from China and other countries start to go inside America, which is increasing our population growth, as you can see this jump. Also, colonization of Africa giving some additional population, and we could see we already run out of peasants. We just don't have peasants, only 2 million. So at this point, it's very important to finally start to give women rights because we need workers. I will try to accept women suffrages as fast as possible. As you could see, here exists one very, very interesting thing, and this is multiculturalism. Yeah, I was able to get this. It was incredibly harsh, but it's literally happened because leader of petite bourgeoisie become enlightened royalist because of one crazy guy who wanted to become monarchist or royalist, I don't know how to call it. He left United States of America and after he come back. This is like very rare event which you could get only for United States of America, and that's how you could get enlightened multiculturalism for leader of one of your parts. And I was able to get this for petite bourgeoisie. For that reason, I was able to pass multiculturalism in 1877. So this is growth spikes and all of these immigrants from China. And also, as you could see, I was super lucky because I get a very rare event when China was destroyed and become heavenly kingdom. No immigration controls. Because I think normal China has closed borders, so they not let Chinese people go to America. But Heavenly Kingdom allow Chinese people go to United States of America. So now I start to receive a lot of immigrants from China. And this is crazy. So you see it's two factors. First, I get multiculturalism in super early game, like 1877. It's super early for multiculturalism. And I have a lot of immigrants from China. Oh yeah, this is just unbelievable. 1890, well, passed a lot of time and we have 6,000 construction sector and our economies keep growing, and right now we have almost 1 billion. We 4 times bigger than India. So we have now 2% growth, which is smaller, but we have a woman rights, which is increase our labor force a lot. And we doubled our population. Now we have 141 million. Only country which is bigger than us is China and India. Quality of life increased very, very significant because we have public health care which improve very a lot our quality of life. Only 4 countries in the world have better quality of life than us. When you look at potential immigration, you can see that available employment give plus 11, which is quite nice. But when you look standard of living plus 34. More high quality of life you have, more immigrants will arrive to your country. Yeah, important thing, I had one war with France. You will be surprised, but in last patch in this game, artificial intellect is really kinda dumb. I don't know why, but France decided to attack me. France has super small economy, like they had 71 million economy and they decided to attack America. I don't know why they did this. It's not has any sense, but well, I wanted to get something in exchange, right? Because I lost money in war. 1803, 10 years more, and I was able to get investment rights inside India. I get as well investment rights inside China. I guarantee their independence. I pay them some money and they give me this. And this is incredibly awesome because now I have ability to invest money inside them. Our population growed incredibly a lot. It's like I never saw this, guys. I never saw this in my life. Multiculturalism in early in-game is just overpowered incredibly. Like we have 260 million population inside United States of America. We have more population than India, and this is mainly because of immigrants. Yeah, like you'll see Chinese people, Bengalian people, Japanese people, French people, everyone want to go to America. We now officially the most high standard of living country in the world. So you could just see like this is incredibly green, right? And almost everywhere in the world is red. So this is not count, guys, all right? This was not war. I not conquer nothing. I just liberated my brothers on Cuba. And you're probably wondering why this is so high standard of living. Old age pension give 150% welfare payments, food security, dependents income 100%, minimum wage plus 75%. And you can see that we're paying 4 million every day for welfare payments. I had discussion with a couple of people and they say that they think this is not very good for economy, and yeah, maybe you could be right, but if we look right now already at our economy, almost all goods cost super cheap, so we cannot more export anything. And because of our investments inside India and China, we're growing our foreign investments very a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, it means a lot. 50% of Indian economy is now owned by United States of America. Their economy is growing and we want for their economy growing, because main thing is that we cannot export anything else now in the world, because we already export so a lot of things that everything is super cheap. So for example, let's look at our cars, but we're producing 76,000 cars, right? And 25,000 of these cars going outside. And cars is incredibly profitable to sell. But if everyone in the world is poor, we cannot sell cars. For that reason, I try to get investment rights in every country where I can and just build buildings for every country in the world become rich. Because as more rich our countries become, more cars I could sell them and over American goods, you know. I have investment rights inside Brazil, inside New Granada, inside Cuba, inside, I don't know what is this even, inside Ottoman Empire, inside Netherlands, inside India. Like I trying to invest as many countries as I can. And what has helped me very a lot is external trade, which give me influential trades. So as more I trade, more influence I get. And inside my power block, I took company trades. You'll see for it give me shopper bonus for my companies and one additional company. As well, I get full standardization, which increase my quality of life and decrease mortality as well, which is very nice. 1810. And as you can see, my foreign investment strategy working incredibly good. We have almost 16,000 now constructions and 10 of them is using. And our economy grew to 2.7 billions. And as you can see here, economy stopped to become more slowly and more slowly and more slowly. The main reason why it's happened is because we don't have a lot of our resources. I mean, all of our resources finished inside America. Our population is incredibly big. It's just crazy. It's 300 millions, right? Thanks for immigrants from China and India, but also Europeans. Maybe we'll achieve even a population greater than in China inside this campaign if it will go this direction, you know. Our foreign investment is keep growing, like it's already 600 millions, and our power block is growing very lot, because for regional investments means we have now influence on these countries. We could include them inside our power block. And as you can see, Brazil, like mostly all America except countries which control Britain, now inside our power block. Couple African countries as well enter inside our power block here. Asian countries this enter inside our power block. This is incredibly good, I believe, because they have rubber. And in India, peasants finish it, you know. I mean, this is very rare happen when you not play for India, but we invested so lot of money inside India, and Britain as well invested a lot of money in India in past. So now we don't have peasants in India. India is a completely full developed industrialized country. This is unbelievable. But this is very good, because as everyone more rich, we could sell more our cars towards them. I'm monopolist of production of cars. I'm producing 100,000 cars, while no one in the world producing even 1,000. Welcome to 1925. Only 10 years left in the game more. We have 4 billion economy. And as you can see, economy start to grow even more small than it was before. So it's really problematic to grow now economy, because we have so lot production of everything and it's just hard to produce more. And we have 420 million population. without conquering the world, right? This is our territories, like mostly in America, and we now #1 country in the world by population. We have bigger population than China. This is unbelievable. This has never happened with me, and this has really happened because of multiculturalism. Our welfare payments achieved 10 millions already. This is half of our government spendings already. This is unbelievable high, but this government spendings is very good for us, because they increase minimum wage, they increase quality of life, they increase consumption. So more consumption, more economy is growing. And now America is really main source of economy grow in world. For that reason, as more consume Americans, more economy growing. If Americans not consume, economy not growing. You know, power block is incredibly good. Like we continue controlling Latin America, but also we had some war with Russia, because I don't know, they decided to attack me. I don't know why. So we get also Ukraine and couple other countries here. We had one war with Britain, separated from them Scotland, Ireland, and Canada. Yeah, now we improved relationship after this war with Russia. They decided to become our friend, and we have now investment rights inside Russia. So peasants in Russia also finish it. So what is going on right now in the world? Peasants finish it everywhere, almost every country. Let's go to look at Persia. Yes, Persia don't have any peasants. Ottoman Empire, Ottomans don't have any peasants. Austria don't have any peasants. So peasants finish it everywhere in the world. Like our economic conquest of world so successful that peasants start to finish everywhere. So we industrialize the world so heavily that it just never happened in real history, you know? So last peasants which exist is inside China, like 51 unemployed people inside China. So my plan for the next 10 years will be decreasing taxes as possible and see how it goes. And 1955, last month inside the game. Well, I used all my credit as possible here, as you can see. I just decreased my taxes. What I did also, you can see here, like welfare payments is 11 millions, which is quite similar, but subventions is now 14 millions. I start to pay my company's money for they import as many as possible iron, oil, coffee, lead, grain, rubber, sugar, silk, fish, coal inside America. And they import these things inside America and I'm paying them additional money because they import this. Our construction sector achieved 55,000 construction points. This is crazy. This is just crazy, alright? Our GDP now 5.4 billions. Our GDP per capita is 10.36. We're second the most profitable economy in the world per capita, which exists in the world. Only more profitable than America is Moldavia, and this has happened because Moldavia, you can see their economy, 99% economy of Moldavia is oil. So it's not surprised that they're more productive than Americans, but they're living more worse than Americans. 55 point standard of living, and as you can see, everyone in the world is really super red and America is super green. And as you can see, our immigration continue growing. Our natural growth almost finished at 0.28%. Like this does not exist even. So all of this growth is because of immigrants, and our population is crazy. 500 million population, 525 millions. I never saw in my life while playing this game that just staying in the American borders with a couple of Mexican territories and little African territories, that you could achieve 500 million population. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, it's just crazy. Our trade look kind of crazy now. We import 200,000 iron, 100,000 grain, 100,000 oil, lead. Oh my god, what do we do more? We import 50,000 rubber. Yeah, but our export as well crazy. We export 100,000 automobiles. Do you remember I told you that we need developed world for world become more rich and they consume more? So you could see now we consume 121,000 cars, but we export 99,000 cars. So because everyone in the world become rich. I mean, look at China, 1 billion GDP. Like let me open this. All right, it will be more interesting. The most big economy in the world is America, right? 5.4 billion economy. After it's China 1 billion and 1 billion is India. But what is more important that in America we have not just 5.4 billion economy. We also have foreign investments, and our American investors owning about additional 2 billion buildings around the world. So in reality, America right now owning 7.4 billion in economy. This is what own America and American investors around the world. And we just go to Ledger and we calculate 7 billion, all right? Like 7 billion. I think we achieved what we wanted. So Austria, Japan, Russia, North Germany is only 1 billion. After Britain, Hungary, Kingdom of France, Mexico, Ottoman Empire, Chile, Canada, this is only a 2 billion. So you could see that in world right now, approximately, I don't know how much exactly because it's hard to calculate. America now owning 70% of world economy. This is just crazy. China, 78% of China owned by America, 53% of India owned by America. So China owned only 21% of Chinese economy. So I'm sad for them a little, but you know, that's not very important. Not so rich as us because we took profits from these factories on which they work, right? But anyway, they paying salaries for their workers, and their workers now could buy American cars, all right? So this is what I told you that why Victoria 3 is so awesome, because in this game you could conquer whole world, like literally 70 or 80% of world economy now owned by America, and you don't need to start wars, you don't need to do nothing, you could just build your economy. All of these incredibly big cities, like this is how America looked right now, like incredibly industrialized, everything. Super a lot buildings. Oh my god, luxury building everywhere. This is unbelievable. I'm very happy with results which I get inside this campaign. I'm sorry that I did not record this science mind start, because while I started to play this, I didn't know that it will become so crazy, right? These results which I get it, like I almost conquered all world, like 70 or 80% world economy controlled. Me, boom, America. This is unbelievable. I get 35 points standard of living. I mean, guys, this is crazy. This is 500 million people and their average standard of living 35, all right? This is just unbelievable. And you can see here that we almost used all our credit. Our economy achieved like 5.4 billion, but you know what it means? After will happen a very huge Great Depression for a very simple reason. You see here 56,000, boom. Now it's paused. Why it's paused? Oh, I don't know. Because we have credit 6 billions.11. All right, credit. So it means now we cannot construct government buildings because our government right now at default, because we took it more money than we can. So we reached credit limit. It means our construction from 56,000 fall towards only private construction, which is 14,000. So our construction sector right now in America will fall about how much? 4 times? 4 times? Really? And if you think that this is nothing, just imagine that 4 times economy of construction sector falling in real life. This will be disaster. And inside this game, it's the same disaster as you could imagine, because this credit give you -5 truthful bonus. So all buildings inside game now start to lose incredibly a lot of money. Like they become 5% less efficient. They become less efficient. It means they have less money which you could borrow. So your credit limit right now will start shrink. And the economy will be completely destroyed. And this is incredibly funny. This is incredibly funny. I did this couple times. And now you could imagine that this is all world now really controlled by America. And our world has economy grow because of consumption of Americans. And now, because of this crisis, consumption of Americans will fall. It means all economies around the world will fall as well, because they produce resources for us. So if they cannot sell resources to America, it means they will shrink their economies. If their economy shrinks, we cannot sell automobiles to them because it's a very expensive thing, right? Automobiles, and they cannot afford them to buy our automobiles because they don't have money, because we're not buying their resources. Economy will start shrinking inside America. After it shrinks inside China, India, Europe, Russia, and after, because of this, it will shrink again economy inside America. And this creates cycle. Well, our throughput bonus will become decreasing and decreasing. And this will completely disaster. So if you wanna see this video, like subscribe and put like. I will do next video about this. That will be really fun. And now let's see like our final results inside this campaign. Okay, forget about what I say about Great Depression, crisis which will happen. Don't worry about it. 5.4 billion economy, right? 56,000 standard of living, prestige, population 500 million. Yeah, you can see that main population is like Yankee, Dixie, Han, like Chinese, but anyway, even not including Chinese people, it's very a lot Korean, Turkish, like everyone in the world migrated in America so a lot. And inside population here, only what is interesting to see is capitalists. Almost 2% of population of America is capitalists. It's 10 million capitalists. Could you imagine 10 million incredibly a lot of people which has incredibly a lot of money? Usually in game, poor people consume different type of resources because they poor and different percentages. But because we have so rich population and everyone so rich inside America, we have almost the same consumption between rich, poor and middle class, which is incredibly awesome. Full acceptance is 58%, 1% second class, about 59% open prejudice. Despite we have multiculturalism, it's never happened. All companies in the world, the most profitable is American companies. Like Carnegie, Steel, Ford Motor Company, General Electric, Kentucky, Prime Oils. So after us is go East India Company, which parasitized on India in past and opium. For that reason, they have so lot of money. And yeah, this is quite successful British company, which produce as well steel, our competitors, but they cannot compete with us, you know, even close. 11 million profits, 10 million profits. Our company is incredibly profitable, just good results. We will produce the most amount of is tools, steel, coal, after is groceries, iron, oil, engines, cars, glass, cloth, coffee, grain. So this is how our economy looks. I don't know if you're wondering, guys, if you need this, you can just put pause and check this. And inside about trade, I just very fast click for people who want to know, you know, about our export and imports. Yeah, Not nothing special. We export usually the most high valuable products, and we're buying the most low valuable products. Including our power block right now, our GDP is almost 7 billions with the most big power block, obviously. We have 45 countries inside our power block, and all of these people enter inside our power block because they want it, not because of force. So this is all our countries which exist in our power block, so it's unbelievable. We achieved incredibly good results, guys. Thank you guys for your attention. Subscribe and put like, because trust me, it will be a very harsh crisis. And if you want to see how harsh this crisis,